Hey everyone, it's Holly here from Brandworks. Welcome back to our issue 4 of our Roadmap to Reopening series, where we're walking through some helpful tips that we've created to help our hospitality friends get back on track, reopening in a COVID-19 environment. So let's dive in. What are we talking about today? We're talking about getting our team ready. So team culture and confidence has always been a crucial element of a well-oiled hospitality team. No doubt you know that better than most. And for your staff to greet customers with a smile and project positivity through their service, they first need to feel supported and really clear on the new procedures. There's a lot to take in and a lot's going on in the world right now. So we need to make sure that we are supporting our team and giving them all the information they need in a really simple but supported way so that they can optimize their performance and be ready to open with a smile. So what does that look like? Today we're going to talk about learning curves and how to work through those, because there's a lot of new information that we're going to need to help our team with and what that looks like. Okay, so team ready. So the main thing and first and foremost is the required training, right? So what do we need to do to make sure that we're compliant, we're keeping our staff and our customers safe? The Victorian Government's free online course for hospitality owners and operators is designed to educate on best practice and to manage venues in a COVID-19 environment. It's recommended that all staff complete the online course, but only a minimum of one has to have completed it before you actually reopen. I've had a go at it myself. It's user-friendly, easy to follow, and multiple choice. So there really is no reason why not all of your staff can complete it. There is no time limit. You just have to achieve an 80% correct answer rate in order to receive your course certificate, and this can then of course be printed and displayed in your venue to demonstrate your compliance. You can also print this poster here, which is free to download from the Business VicGov website. Let's just have a quick look if we go to this one here. So this is what the online course looks like. You will work through a number of different sections of reading material. They're pretty brief. That's one, and then you go on to the next one, which is your rights at work, a whole lot of different sections that you'll need to read through, and then at the end it'll give you a quiz to answer, and you can choose from the multiple choice answers. You can have another go at it as many times as you need, but you just need an 80% pass rate in order to move on to the next stage. So really easy, user-friendly. I recommend that all of your team do it. But then you can also come into, this is the Business Victoria website, and this is where you can come to, there's heaps of resources in here, but if you want to get that poster that we just looked at, you can just come to signage to display in your venue, and here there is poster completed operating hospitality business. So there's a number of posters that you can print to display in store as well. In here you can also find the hospitality guidelines, which it is recommended that all of your staff are familiar with. So whether you print a copy for everyone and give it to them for a bit of bedtime reading, and make sure that they are across a lot of the checklists that are in here. There are some summaries and things like that. So I recommend that you have a look at this page and really go through it with your team so that they're across what is necessary and understand the recommendations that the government are putting forward as well. Like I said, it's not intimidating. It's really easy to use and user-friendly. So head along and check it out if you haven't already. But look, training can be overwhelming as well. So our second tip is make it fun. It's been a long few months, and I'm sure that many or most of your team have lost hours and wages. Needless to say, enthusiasm and team culture probably needs a little bit of work. But training is essential now more so than ever. So let's just make sure that we're trying to keep it in a positive and enjoyable method, and understand that training can be draining as well. To have success with these new systems, you're going to need to get the team on board. Get everyone together, social distance style, of course, and tailor a session that gives them the opportunity to learn and try some new dishes that you might have on the menu. You could even host a training quiz night or find a way to gamify your training and build team spirit where possible. Making sure that the team understand the menu is obviously going to be really important for their customer service too. So arm them with as much knowledge as possible so that they can, greet your customers and your guests with confidence and, assure them that they understand what all the protocols are as well as what's new in your venue. Role-playing scenarios can be a great way to get customers familiar as well. The more information you can provide, it builds that confidence. Think about coffee knowledge, menu, that's no-brainer, but what about simple greetings like, how's your day, or talking about the weather? Just really easy icebreakers that, can make a guest feel a little bit more relaxed, build a bit of rapport with them, and get those relationship skills going. We've had a few wobbly interactions of our own over the last few weeks as sites have reopened. So look, we know that it sounds basic, but it's something that we have seen a little bit. Maybe think about breaking down some training scripts for your younger staff to help them with just, really simple conversational processes and give them the information so that they feel a little bit more confident going into that exchange. Make it fun, as fun as you can, so that your team can get on board and feel like they've got the confidence to know, yep, cool, we're all in this together. All right, so quizzes. On that make it fun, another way to gamify or help you with your training is actually this website that we found, which is also an app. It's really simple, and you can create it for free, but you can actually design your own quizzes that you can get your team to complete in their own time. They can just download the app on their phone and, complete the multiple choice questionnaire that you make. So I've created this one here, COVID-19. It's pretty simple. I can set the questions and the answers, and the staff can then, when they complete it, it's multiple choice, so they go through and complete it themselves. So you can do this in your own time, and then get the team to complete it either at home, or you can all do it at the same time. You can complete it as a team, and you can do it where you're all in the same place. It's really up to you, but it's an opportunity for you to put that training into your own tone of voice. You can make it funny. There's memes. You can really create it so that it suits your brand and your company ethos. This doesn't have to be specific to COVID-19. It's helpful for the training that you need to do right now, but maybe you introduce some new menu items, or maybe you want to do some customer service training. This is a really helpful tool to be able to get that information out to a team and get them to be able to complete it in their own time. This is just an example of a quiz that I've made myself. If you want to create a new quiz, I'll just quickly go through it. You can start from scratch. Let's call it My Restaurant. You can choose whether you want it to be multiple choice, checkbox, fill in the blank. They can write a response. And you can actually, there is a library of existing resources and quizzes that people have done in the past. So perhaps we want to look for customer service quizzes. If we include public quizzes, there's a number of different quizzes that you can actually import and start from and then edit for your own restaurant. So you don't have to build the whole thing from scratch. You can pick one that's already here. It's got 15 questions. You can import that and then rework it so that half of the job's already done for you. And then all you need to do is your team just needs to download the app. They can put in a code and they can do it in their own time. So it's a cool way to gamify it, make it a little bit more accessible to your team, and make it in your own tone of voice as well. So bearing in mind that keep it fun method, quizzes is a really great way to do that. All right, now third point, and last one for today is just make sure that it's safe, it's simple, and it's supportive. Information overload is the order of the day right now, and staff are going to be adjusting to a lot of new processes. So keep it safe. You know, everyone's feeling a different degree of concern about COVID-19, and we don't want to assume that people are feeling relaxed or okay about it. If you are, you know, we want to make sure that they feel safe as well. Keep it simple so that it's really easy for people to remember and absorb the information, and as streamlined as possible. That's going to make your life and theirs much easier. So like I said, everyone's going to be feeling a little bit different coming out of lockdown. Anxiety is up across the board. It's hard to smile when you're feeling overwhelmed. No doubt you've felt like this over the last few months too. Team members may have been separated from their core support systems through lockdown, and financial stress is likely to be high. So don't forget that everyone's feeling a little fragile right now. So just be sure to create a supportive environment, and remember that happy employees mean customers get better service. Some really helpful tools that you can provide to your team is, you know, some meditation or mindfulness apps. So Headspace is pretty well known. They've got a free trial, so I highly recommend that you know, yourself or your team have a look at Headspace. Another one is Smiling Mind. So they also have a free trial, and you can download this. They're all, you know, apps that you can do on your phone. You can do them in 10-minute slots. You know, they can do it on the bus on the way in, or they can do it at home in the evening. But it's a really good way to just decompress and take a breath and center yourself. Calm is another one. So lots of different ways to meditate and approach mindfulness, but 3 really helpful apps that I suggest, you know, making your team aware of. Make sure that they understand that you know that it's a challenging time, and you understand that, and that, you know, this is something that you support them through as well. So safe, simple, and supportive. All right, and lastly, as you know, we've got some great suppliers on board. So if you are looking at getting some signage printed, or you need some extra resources like hand sanitizer, I'll just remind you of who those are. We've got 20% off at Snap Abbotsford. So this is for essential printing and signage needs. You just need to mention the BrandWorks roadmap if you want to make use of that discount. So we've got Snap Abbotsford. We've got 10% off at Gorilla Print. So they've got heaps of signage, PPE, and hand sanitizer. You know, hand sanitizer is going out the door at the moment because everyone's, you know, sanitizing on their way into every venue. So check out Gorilla Print for 10% off there. And lastly, 20% off at Snap Latrobe. Again, essential printing and signage needs. So just make sure you mention the BrandWorks roadmap when you get in touch. All right, guys, that's it from me for today. All the best with getting everyone, you know, up to scratch on new processes and procedures. And let us know if there's anything that we can help you with, or if you have any questions on anything you saw today. We'll put our links into the email that goes out and into the description as well. All right, have a good one. Thanks. Bye.